Good day, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to Multimedia University Speak On with Faculty of Applied Communication. Let me introduce myself. I am Azham Zahid. I am the Deputy Dean with the faculty in charge of student experience and alumni. Today, I have two guests. The first guest is Deputy Dean of Academic and Innovative Learning, which is Madam Suhana, who has served the company or the university since 2016. And the second person with me today is, everybody know in the faculty know him as Sir J, or his full name is Aznol. And today is his 7-year anniversary with the faculty. And let me introduce Madam Suhana. Welcome on board, as well as Sir J. How are you guys doing?
Fine, thank you.
Okay. So today, it's going to be orang kata borak-borak santai. We are not going into detail so much, but today's session is more about introducing our program, students, activities that we have in the Faculty of Applied Communication. The first, maybe I ask this question to Madam Suhana. Okay. You've been with the faculty for 2016. Can you share a little bit of your background? I was told that you serve in MINDEF.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you, Azam. So, I joined MMU into 2016, like what you said just now. At that time, our program, Bachelor of Communication in Strategic Communication, just introduced in MMU in 2016, which is in June 2016, to be exact. Prior to my career with the MMU as an academician, I was served with the Ministry of Defence Malaysia as the Public Relations Officer. So it's a 7 years, a good time, I would say that, in Ministry of Defence, where I learned a lot about the armed conflict crisis and also the humanitarian crisis, where I was assigned to the Bosnia-Herzegovina during the armed conflict time in 1996, together with the Malaysian journalists, where we covered all those stories on the ground with our battalion in Bosnia, and we send those stories every day. So this is what we call it, working with the journalism. When you are a public relations officer or public relations practitioner, you need to work a lot with the journalists.
Yep. Exactly.
So I would say that my good experience in handling media, especially is in the armed conflict zone, is not an easy task.
I see. And I was also told that you were one of those rescuer when tsunami happened in Aceh.
Yeah.
With Red Crescent.
Yep. So actually, I have experience in government, like the one in MINDEF. Then I joined the corporate organization, and my last position as a communications manager with the Red Cross. Okay, so in 2004, when the tsunami hits the Indian Oceans, so I was assigned to Aceh. At that time as a communications in South Asia Pacific. So we need to raise fund, especially for the beneficiaries, the victims of the tsunami. So that is why I said earlier, the crisis comm in armed conflict zone as well as the humanitarian. So in army, I was learned how to kill people. Okay, and in Red Cross, Red Crescent, I learned how to save people. Okay, so the crisis is very, very important, especially when we talk about the deep fakes age nowadays that we are facing. So I would say that all those experience, we will share at our faculty. We will share with our students.
Okay, because crisis communication is one of the core subject in Faculty of Applied Communication, where student in second year, right, Madam Swana?
Yes, second year, so they have to take the crisis communication
the
strategy.
Strategically. Okay, let's move on to Jay. How are you, Jay, today?
I'm good, and I'm the actual lecturer for Crisis Com.
Okay, this trimester, right?
Yes.
Okay, you're taking over from me. Okay, Jay, you serve Media Prima as well as Astro, and I would say you are the broadcasting lecturer in our faculty. How do you bring your field experience to the classroom?
Okay, so basically, I'm part of one of the broadcasting lecturers in the faculty. We have several. And from there, I was one of the early ones. I joined in about 2018. Yes, 7 years. Thank you, Azam.
Happy anniversary.
So my background is actually starting with advertising. But however, I moved to content development, aka in Astro, when I did content for Astro Warna. And then I jumped to the other side of the fence, which is with Media Prima, where I worked on TV3 and TV9, working on two separate portfolios, which was animation, specifically local animation, like Upipin and Bobo Boy. And the second one is entertainment, so like your Anugerah Juara Lagu, Mentor Millennia, so all these other entertainment-based shows. So having learned all that from the industry, I brought it into the classroom where we try to teach students to, number one, be problem solvers more than anything else. You have to look at a situation and be able to solve, because you are trained that way. They need to come to class, look at a situation, and try to figure out how to resolve issues. Now, in the case of crisis threat management, the fun class, recently, 2 days ago, we had a class, and I gave them a situation which I actually followed what was a previous session, but I turned the situation on the head, because the students were asked, what is it that you did not see, instead of what is it that you saw? So they really fell silent for a while, because they got surprised that, oh wait sir, I thought you wanted us to do this. Yes, you did this, but I didn't want you to just do this. There's more to it. So now, having this week experienced total failure, next week we're going to do another mind-bending exercise and see if they can figure out how to actually properly identify a problem. So for students joining degree, please come. Yes, let's have fun. We have a lot of activities. It's a lot of interaction, a lot of scenarios within our classes. And hopefully from there, you don't just learn the books or the theories. No, it's about being hands-on. It's about problem solving. It's about hopefully, you being a mastermind by yourself.
Yep, true. And to all potential students who wish to join Faculty of Applied Communication or MMU, FEC had gotten the 6-star rating from Talent Bank for 4th consecutive year, starting from 2022, 23, 24, and this year 2025. And we are the 6-star rating for communication and broadcasting. So that's how we normally approach our teaching and learning to our students. At the same time, we are also number 1 communication faculty by Kanta. Kanta is a research organization And let's go back to Madam Swana. Madam Swana, sustainability is the in thing now. Okay, how do we bring or operationalize this sustainability in our teaching so that our students have a better understanding, and they will be able more marketable in a career?
Okay, I agree with what Jay mentioned just now. Our style or method of teaching that we are practicing in our faculty is beyond the traditional classroom. Okay, so we have the specialists, like those experienced from the industry join us. So we want them to experience the real world, what industry is practicing, So it's not only the theory that they learn in the classroom, but it's beyond that. For sustainability, for example, recently we organized Eco Tales for the Planet. Okay, Eco Tale for the Planet is the hands-on project. Is a project-based learning. So we just throw the concepts, okay, to the students, and we want them to come out. Okay, we just give them like, okay, I want you to come up with this project, Eco Tales for the Planet, but you have to focus to SDG, educations, livelihoods, and partnerships. And it is good that this time around we managed to get a partner, the University Multimedia Nusantara, which is, I would say that Eco Tales for the Planet basically is an international or outreach community project. So this is where we expose our students. It's not only at the our own community, but beyond that. Because we want them to experience in a different culture. Okay, like we know that our community, our culture is like this, but we want them to know outside of our culture what they are supposed to learn. So this is where you can see that the exchange of interculture, the cross-border within both countries. So for the sustainability, like what you have mentioned just now, I would say that we have completed all our courses in all our programs at FAC maps to sustainability. We are proud to say that even the direction is just recently, but we have completed all the revisions of our courses, be it in the degree, diploma program, and also the foundations. And what we want to inform to the future students, maybe we also establish our sustainability hub. Okay, so I think here in MMU, our faculty, I think, is the first to establish the sustainability hub, where the student can use this hub to do research, to do the project for their activities or any assignments or any instructions given by the lecturer, so they can use this. And Eco Tales for the Planet basically is from the sustainability hub.
I see.
So the first project.
The first project.
Yes.
I see. Okay. And go back to,
If I can add, I think also you want to highlight the previous projects the students have done, like Quack Run, Quack Splash. Each year there's always one signature kind of event, which is a university level event. There's public. So we've even done, I think, a shopping kind of live show before.
Yeah, during COVID, right?
During the COVID, we came out with the e-bazaar. So we still give to the community, but at that time it's just in our country. During the COVID, basically most of the entrepreneurs, they couldn't do their business, but our students helping to promote their brand. So we have like 3 categories. We call it perkampungan pronos. We call it as a brand for those who can't really market their product during the COVID, but we do have the platform at that time. We call it e-bazaar, where they can, that the community can help the entrepreneurs in shopping.
Right?
Most of them, they are SME.
SME.
So it's very difficult for them to get some income at that time. And it's not only that, most of the event project, I would say, we always contribute to the society.
To the society.
Okay, the e-bazaar, for example, contribute to the entrepreneurs. We do have the first one, Quack Run, where we collected few thousand. I think it's about 5,000. We donated to the Yayasan Chowkit, because Yayasan Chowkit at that time they are looking for the fund to establish their community center for the youth, and we contribute that. And then the next one, we come up with a Quack a Splash. Okay, Quack a Splash, again we donate some amount of money where we give back to Yayasan University Multimedia, which is YAM, to help those students who are in needs to pay their tuition fees.
I see. Okay. From digital perspective, Jay, Is there any significant project or activity that you wish to highlight where it involves student 100% assignment and all the running from planning to execution done by student?
Well, I think we should highlight a few projects which is currently running under the diploma program. So we have two major events running, which is the All Star Reels Award, which is an event. It's basically a competition where students submit their work, and their work are video-based projects. This could be vlogs, this could be public service announcements, commercials, podcasts. And from there, they are competing against each other within diploma, foundation, and even sometimes if degree has a submission for them to compete. But the thing is, the event itself is organized by the diploma students. So, and then the other one is, I believe it's more entertainment based. It is Campus Idol.
Oh, okay.
So this one is more of so not reality, but singing competition within looking for the best singer on campus, which basically provides the students first-hand experience of, number one, how to organize an event, number two, how to make sure everything runs properly, because in our experience running events, it's always firefighting, it's always solving problems. So this first-hand approach for them to get that experience, to get everything they need to find out before it happens is very, very crucial. And because it's an experience, they actually not just learn it, they live it. Which now leads me to my next question for Azham, as the Deputy Dean of Student Experience. You should talk about how the students' experience on campus.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All our student, FAC student, we don't call them student, we call them all-star. The reason why we call them all-star, because we want to set their mindset, saying that you are above the rest. So when they have that kind of mindset, they will always want to excel in their study as well in their social life. So in MMU or in FAC especially, in terms of student experience, like what Madam Swana mentioned just now, they're involved in community project. Jay mentioned about their involvement and organizing event that is very much digital driven. At the same time, student in foundation, they involve in very much exhibition as well, but very much in promoting culture. So we have one significant event, what we call it Global Village. So Global Village this coming week 14, where everybody is invited. Public also are invited to come in and visit the actual booth. Student promote ASEAN craft, because Malaysia this year is chairman of ASEAN. So the theme is ASEAN craft, where they will be promoting product or craft from Vietnam, from Laos, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, Brunei, Philippines, and Myanmar. Last year it was food of Malaysia, and they promote all these indigenous food of Malaysian. Year before that was totally global village. 14 countries were selected from Mexico, Brazil, right up to Indonesia, Bangladesh, Iran, Syria. And this event or this exhibition, it's run and operate and executed by the student. This is foundation student. Their first assignment, first year assignment. So in terms of student experience in the faculty, they get involved with many activities, not just hosted by clubs and association. They also do their own event like Star Reels, Campus Idol, Eco Tales, Quack Splash, Global Village. We also have a podcast, and FAC is the only faculty where the podcast is 100% run from the content creation, promotion, right up until execution, done by the student themselves. So we are already entering season 3 of our podcast, and beside that, we student also participate in Com Society. We have a society-based faculty-based society, where they help their junior with academic and non-academic matters, and we also have the other thing interesting, we have kaplas. Okay.
So what is that? Do you want to explain so the audience understands?
Okay. So kaplas, whereby each the programs, they will have like their leader lah. Yeah, we call it kaplas. So this leader or this kapla bridge between the student and the faculty, because we know sometimes students feel intimidated or a bit shy to approach the lecturer or dean, deputy dean. Although we practice open door policy, but yeah, we know Gen Z sometimes they prefer to talk to their colleague, and that's the reason why we come up with this kapla program. So this kapla, the leader from each program, will be the bridge between the faculty and student, and they also, beside being a kapla, this program also a way for the faculty to develop talent in terms of leaderships among our students. So that is how we ensure that students have a good experience in the faculty. Okay, let's move on. We know that our next coming intake will be in June, July. Okay. I believe we also have introduced new program, right, Swana? New subject.
Yes,
Yeah.
we do have 4 new subjects, to be introduced. Actually, for effective from this intake 25/10, we are using the new program structure, and we have the 4 new courses, namely financial communications, brand communication, sustainability communications, and mobile journalism. Okay, so these 4 subjects is the latest additions, because we are thinking about the industry demands, so we keep on
Changing.
not changing, is we revise our program structure to make sure that
Align
our
with the
program
industry.
align with the industry. So like sustainability is the thing people keep on talking about, sustainability, ESG, and community service.
Outreach.
So this is a new subject that the student will learn
Okay.
in the program.
Okay. How about in the diploma, Jay? Is there any new program? New
courses,
subject,
new
new
courses,
courses.
We have a few subjects, but I think before we get ahead of this topic, I think we have to backtrack for the audience that might not be very familiar. The faculty has 4 levels of programs. First being foundation, second diploma, third degree, and the 4th is postgraduate. Postgraduate, of course, has masters in research and also PhD. So our current population is about
666.
666 students.
Yes.
666, interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
interesting number.
Okay. Now, between that, the population is broken. So, for the audience at home who may not be familiar, your requirements for entry depends on where you are. So, example, for if you have SPM or IGCSE, you can choose either the foundation route or the diploma route. The key difference of entry, honestly, is just your credits. So for diploma, it's 3 credits, and with English, specifically English is a must. Then you can go into the program. For foundation, it is 5 subjects with credits, and you can continue into the program. Now, we have to explain to you this because in a lot of open days, when parents come to us and students, like future students come to us, they have questions. They're very, very unclear. Like, okay, I finished SPM, where do we go? Right? Okay, so say I have interest in this particular area, and they come to the faculty and ask. And then we have to say, so do you know actually which pathway you qualify for? Is it foundation or is it for diploma? So there is a difference between the two, obviously. Now, I'm going to shorten this as much as I can. Diploma is essentially 2 years. within the faculty. So, and foundation is 1 year. However, that 1 year is a preparation towards the degree of 3 years. So, essentially, you're committing to 4 years in degree. But the beauty about diploma, because I am head of program diploma, I have to upsell. Yes,
Program
upsell.
coordinator.
Yes, I'm the program coordinator, so I'm selling my program. Is after your 2 years of diploma, right? You finish, you actually have the option to continue to degree, the same degree as before, but you credit transfer 1 year and you finish up just another more 2 years. So essentially, it's the same 4 years. You still get the same degree. And looking at the market, obviously, the industry, the standard is you have to have a degree at minimum. You don't need SPM is not enough simply because the range of salary is a bit lower. So degree is a minimum. If you want to continue, yes, we do have a master's program and we have students there as well. So I need the audience to be clear that these are the two paths. However, if you already have a diploma or if you're an STPM, you have the option to immediately go to our degree program, which is a 3-year program. But I think the clarity that they need is the faculty, right? What is it actually like the specialty that we offer? Because applied communication. So how do you apply communication? So the degree is strategic communication. The simplest way that I can try to explain to you is it is 50% communication and 50% business. Why? I'm going to ask Madam Sue to answer that question.
You're talking about the 50% business and
business.
So they understand
And-
like what the program is about.
okay, when we talk about the strategic communications, people always say that what is strategic communication? So where will my son or my daughter,
daughter will-
heading to? Yeah, so when strategic communications basically is all about the management. Yeah, in communication. Why Jay mentions about the 50% because in an organizations we talk about the mission and visions of the corporate entity, or even if you go to any other agencies like government or non-profit organization, they also have the objective or the goal that they need to achieve. Yeah. So in our program, strategic communication, you can see that courses that we have in the program structures mix, from the communication, the management part,
The business
the
part.
business part, and that is why we introduced the latest course, the financial communications. Yeah, because yes, students or communicators, they can talk. They have a good skill in communication, but when we talk, what about the management?
Yes.
You need to manage your communications planning, and also you need to have knowledge in financial comm as well, because when you work in an organization, you are the one who will produce the annual report.
Annual reports.
Annual report always talk about the business, about dollar and cents, the profits of the organization. So you can see like the courses that we have in our program structure basically is the combinations. Communication, management, and also the business part.
So it's been bundled together. Strategic communication, where you have communication, management, business perspective bundled into one program. Whereby, like what Jay mentioned, where in diploma, it's a combination of advertising, PR, marketing, and
broadcasting,
journalism,
social media.
advertisement as well. So that is the uniqueness of the program that we offer in the faculty. Just like what Madam Swana mentioned just now, in the industry, like myself, I've been in the industry for about 25 years, and my line. I did my diploma in public relation, degree in corporate communication, master in managerial communication, and I'm now doing my PhD. I don't know when to end. Okay, but I am doing PhD. Okay. Whether I like it or not, but I'm still doing it. Okay. So the communication, when you talk about career in communication, so you can go in multiple industry. It is not just one industry. In the past, people say, "Oh, I can only go to like media. I can only go to advertising, or I can only go to OPR." But actually, it's not. Communication, strategic communication, has evolved. Previously, many years ago, correct me if I'm wrong, they used to call it public PR unit.
Yeah, PR
unit, and then after that become corporate
Corporate com.
and then become corporate affairs.
Yes.
Now strategic
Now
com.
is strategic communication. So it has evolved. The evolvement because the importance of communication in the industry. Go to any industry, they need communication.
Yes.
Communication department or communication division is very important in the organization because they have to talk to multiple stakeholders, internal and external. So I guess that is why strategic communication is above than masscom as well as media and media and communication. So maybe Jay would like to add something. Career prospect in broadcasting.
I would say let's not focus on broadcasting alone because the beauty of strategic comm is your ability to basically move between one industry. When I say industry field, it means telecom is one, airline is one, banking is one. So if you decide to move, you can. See, that's the beauty of it. So if you were to, for example, work for Shell, Alhamdulillah, Shell. But the point is, if after 10 years you decide, hey, I'm kind of sick with oil and gas, I want to do something else, maybe automotive, you can go to Toyota. Because here's the thing, your role is the same. You are a communication specialist. Your role is the same. The only difference is the industry in which you play with, right? So that's the beauty. And given that Gen Z's love of jumping, because we do have trends and see that Gen Z's, they're not always loyal, but they like to explore. So when they explore, they go to one industry and another and another and another, which is fine. So the beauty, I think, in strategic comm is the ability to do that, to be a chameleon and jump. I'm 3 years, I'm in banking. Another year, I'm in insurance. Another year, I can jump to another totally different industry, but still do your role.
Yes.
Okay, so it's the same role. You're still the person they talk to. If a crisis happens, the CEO is going to look for you.
Yes, you'll be the first person the CEO looking for.
Correct. So, Suhana, do you have a story that sounds like a fun story?
Funny story, which one?
The MINDEF one or the Red Crescent one? CEO, remember?
Of course. So not to say the funny part, but
it's funny now, years later, but during that time it was a crisis.
During at that time, it's really crisis because some of the department, you have a very little people in that department. Yeah, at that time, in one communications department, you have like 3 people, and you have to handle like everything.
Yes.
You know, you are the one who will man the website because you are the one who write the story and post on the website. You are the one who will handle the press conference. You are the one who write the press release and whatnot. But I would say that after experiencing all of those, I would say that I am a very lucky person because I experienced a lot, which I think that normal people who are not in communication industry won't experience that. Okay, so I would say that one experience when I was assigned to go to the Nias Island. Nias Island is the island in Indonesia. So after the earthquake and tsunami in Aceh, so 3 months after that, the Nias Island hit by tsunami. Okay, so there's one person in Nias Island. His name is Mahdi Muhammad. So it happened at that time, one of the local newspaper. So wrote a story about Mahdi Muhammad, and he wanted to see our former Prime Minister, Dr. Mahathir Mohamad. So I was assigned to bring him back to Malaysia to meet with our
Prime Minister
Muhammad,
during that time.
Tun M. Yeah. So at that time, there's no transportations. There's only one Charlie, which we call it the logistic, provided by the Red Cross. So there's a lot of logistic thing inside the plane. So you like it or not, you have to find a space in that plane, the Charlie, to go to the Nias Island, because this Charlie basically they will go around to Aceh, to Malabo, and few other places to drop all those
All this,
logistic items. And I have to get a space, and I just sit next to the Land Rover, just a small space, just to get to the Nias island. So by hook or by crook, that's your assignment. You have to go and get that boy, bring back to Malaysia. And it's happened that that boy, he doesn't has all those documentations because they're staying in Panti Asuhan. This boy in Panti Asuhan. So Panti Asuhan is what, Rumah Anak Yatim.
Rumah Anak Yatim.
Yeah. So I have to bring him to Medan, get him all those
All the
passport documentation. I have a very good rapport. One thing I would say that when you are in com, your networking must be good.
Must be very good. Yes.
Yeah, it has to be on the top. Yeah, so I have a very good support from our Consulate General in Medan. Yeah, so get documentations and everything, and we have a very good support with the Malaysian airport at that time, Malaysian Airline, where they give us a free ticket, because when you talk about the community service,
Yes,
everybody will
want
chip
to jump in. Yes.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. You as a PR person, you just need to inform those parties, and of course they will definitely help you because of the publicity. So everybody want publicity, right? When we do a good thing, yeah.
Everybody
so this is
that.
what the student will learn in the PR class, yeah. So everybody like helping each other, and we managed to bring him back, and we put him at the Yayasan Al Bukhari. They have the asrama, yeah, in Kedah. So yes, he studied in Yayasan Al Bukhari until Form 5. Then after that, he went back. Yeah.
To Nias
So
Island.
I think that is I would say that the very good experience. Yeah. And at that time also, we bring in the reporters. Of course, we want the publicity,
course.
right?
Yes.
Because this is the
That is our role. To
yeah,
get publicity.
KPI, to have the publicity and appear in the newspapers,
Yes.
TV station. And we brought together with a Wanita Hari Ini. And you know that the Wanita Hari Ini, all those like apa tu, the presenter kan,
The personalities.
the personality. How are you going to, because they always like makeup and everything, how are you going to make sure that they have to face all of this? So you have to explain to them, you know, like we have to wait like 7 hours just to get a seat to go to the Nias Island.
Wow.
So that is a very good experience, I would say that.
It is.
Which, if you are not in communication,
You will not
you won't experience.
experience it.
Yeah.
So it's not a 9 to 5 only.
Yes,
No, it
not
is
9
not.
to 5. I used to stay in my office during tsunami. 5 days, I didn't go back.
Oh yeah. I stay when I did annual report. I have to stay in the agency like 3 nights, making sure that everything all in order. I only go back sometimes at 4 a.m. in the morning, just to get shower, because I have to be in the office by 7 o'clock, making sure everything all in order, because I need to present to the board or our annual report to get the endorsement and whatnot.
During the AGM.
Yes. I think this is the beauty of our faculty, because the industry, the specialists that we brought in the faculty, help the student to really understand behind the scene of what communication and broadcasting is all about. It is not just a beautiful people, beautiful girl or beautiful female or handsome guy to be in front, but they also need to understand what are the things that they have to work on or plan, so that event or any activity, any task that they have to do or they have to deliver are all in order. And in the Faculty of Applied Communication, I think we have more than 100
Over years experience combined.
Yes, collective.
Collective, yeah.
I think it's 125 years.
125 years.
And then 203 years of academic experience.
In total, because we have like 19 lecturers, and collectively we have that 125 years of experience from the industry as well as academia. So it gave advantage and also give extra mileage to the student who study in Faculty for Applied Communication. Like myself, I bring in industry experience from investment holding company, government-linked investment unit company, airline, financial banking, financial banking, Islamic banking, oil and gas, and multinational company. So it's always in the classroom we impart this knowledge with the student, the right tools, tactics, the strategy that they can use in solving any task or any what we call it problem solving approach.
I would say
in our
that
class.
our faculty, we are not only producing graduate, but we are producing communicators, with the skills,
Yes.
like what you mentioned, like problem solving, creative thinking, leaderships, teamwork,
Yep.
so on and so forth. So when we have all the courses, basically we identify what are the transferable skills that student will gain towards the end of
Towards the
each
end of
courses.
those
Yeah.
courses.
So when we are 100% employability.
Yes. We scored 100% employability for the past
2 years.
2 years.
2 years, yeah.
Meaning that our graduates, upon graduation, they are already employed. And we also have cases, right, Jay?
Within 6 months, yeah.
Within 6
Yeah,
months.
within
And
6 months.
students who doing their internship, even before they complete the internship, they already given an offer to join the organization that they're doing their intern. So I think that that's our achievement in grooming future communicator.
Yeah, I think that's a very good selling point. It's we have 100% employability. Our graduates are very much independent, creative thinkers, problem solvers. So if you are very interested in finding out more, we have an open day upcoming on the 10th and 11th of
10th and
May.
11th.
So please come to
Come and
the
meet us.
MMU Cyberjaya campus.
Yes, MMU
Oh.
Land.
Yep.
So 10 and 11 of May.
May.
Okay, from 10 until 5 p.m. So it's not just meeting the counselor. Maybe you will be meeting
Us.
Jay, Madam Swana, and myself, and also other lecturers. You will also be able to experience the tools like we have iStudio, Podcast Studio, and many other studio offered by other faculty. Our sister faculty, FCA, FCM, FOM, Intelligent Artificial Faculty, FCI, where we open our campus to potential students to have the experience before joining the faculty or before joining
Before
MMU.
choosing a path in life.
Choosing the path, the correct path.
Copywriter.
So that will happen on the 10 and 11 of May. And we welcome, like in Faculty of Applied Communication, we welcome parents to come, and even if they want to sit in classroom when we conduct classes, they are allowed to come in, because sometimes the parents also need to know how classes are conducted, what sort of knowledge that their children are getting in class, and as well as to give confidence to them that this is the right place for their child to gain knowledge and also to chart their career in communication. Che, anything to add?
Well, my last advice is if you have a very inquisitive nature, you would like to explore, nothing wrong with coming on and just looking at it, because there is going to be a campus tour. So it's not just our faculty, FAC, there are other faculties and other, I would say, facilities available, so you can decide, bring your family, cousin, uncle, pakcik, atuk, nenek, semua. If you want, So because we understand that this is a path in life.
Yeah, it's a
Family
big decision.
actually wants to know where you're going with this. And some parents, if they're very familiar with the world of communication or even corporate, they're very much comfortable with it. However, some parents are not very familiar because they come from a very different background and their child decides, oh no, I want to do something totally different. Like influencers, which yes, we do have in our faculty.
Yeah, we have quite a few.
Quite a few of them.
Influencer.
So that's something very, very new. So please come and have a chat with us and see if this is something you would like to see, explore, and become in the future. Because again, preparation within university prepares you for life. It's going to be the best years of your life. So might as well come find a place which you find interesting. Because even our students, they have other offers and they don't want to leave.
Yes. Despite we telling them, okay, I think it's a good offer, why didn't you go? No, they I guess maybe because of the bonding that they already have in the faculty. And most of the students are their own generation, because most of the students are Gen Z, and we treat our student. We have to be a Gen Z ourselves, because we have to put ourselves in their shoes, so that we understand their need, and that's kind of experience that we give to our student. We know they. Difficult for them to wake up in the morning, so we make our schedule a little bit flexible. So we don't start class at 8. Rarely we start at 8, so we start at 9. Things like that. So we want to make them to have that flexibility, but that doesn't mean they are not disciplined. We are doing it so that they will be able to gain the knowledge that they're supposed to gain, while making their learning more flexible, and they have more time to prepare before they attend classes. I guess from my area in student experience, so that's all taken care and also considered. In terms of alumni, we also bring in, like what Madam Swana said, we have students who have graduated, they came back, and we invited them to share their experience when they were a student, and now they are in the industry, what kind of challenges, what things to look up before entering career. So we do have that kind of engagement with our alumni, and we always welcome our alumni to come back to the faculty. We have ex-student who study in MEG. We have in Petronas, many of our students in Petronas, in banking, in insurance. We even have students in Mercedes, in Mercedes, as well in the government sector, like Kementerian Kesehatan and also Kementerian Komunikasi. So these are, as Jay mentioned just now, the industry that students can go into with the same skill set, but they can go to different industry. Yep.
Okay, maybe the last one to add to what we have discussed. We talk so much about the industry linkages, our alumni, the academic matters, and whatnot. One added value that we have in our faculty, which other faculties don't have, we have the professional image and etiquette.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so this is where we groom our communicators before they go out, the manners, the table etiquettes and whatnot. Just now, Jay did mention about the management, about the business, right? So when you are going out to meet your clients, how are you going to discuss them during lunch, during dinner? So we do have this elective subject, we call it professional image and etiquette. Another added value for them, how to go to the interview, or what types of the dress code that they need to wear, because first present is very important.
Yes.
For the panel of interviewers. Once you walk to the interview room, the way they see you walk, then they will judge you what types of persons you are. So this is the what we have in our faculty. So if the parents, like what Jay said, that the siblings, the atuk or the nenek wanted to visit us over the weekend on the 10 and 11, please take your time to learn on the table etiquette. We do have the display at our faculty at the I Studio. So learned how to use the right spoon, how to use the right knife, and
It's
whatnot.
FOC.
Yeah, FOC. Yeah, so we do have that in our faculty.
Okay, good. Okay. Even we also have subject like negotiation.
Yes.
Negotiation in professional context, and negotiation skill is very important because why? As you enter career, it is not just about working. It is also about you networking. You also interact with people from different department as well as from different level. So you need that negotiation skills. You want to contohnya lah kan, nak extra salary, okay, nak dapat bonus lebih kan. So you kena negotiate. Kalau tak negotiate susah nak dapat. Jadi kita ajar. So we have that subject where we teach student in the skills, the tools, tactics, and also strategy of negotiation. And in diploma, I guess the applied communication, diploma in applied communication, I think very much digital driven, right, Jay?
Very hands-on as well. We do things. You learn how to do things, videos, editing. So CapCut, Canva is your bread and butter on a daily basis. No longer we just on PowerPoint or even Excel. Office is expected of you, but there are other softwares. In the future, in the very, very near future, most likely AI is going to be playing a very, very big role in terms of those enhancements. So you can use ChatGPT, but only as an advanced search engine.
Yes.
So it can provide you recommendations, information, but it's not your assignment you submit. Okay? Because we can check. Yes,
We can check. Because we know Pak Chat. Because we have the Mak Chat. So AI, yes, as mentioned by AJ, is a tool to help enhance your learning, but it is not a tool to replace your, what I always tell my student, your brain, because your creative thinking, your strategic thinking, that plays a very important role. And when you have AI to help you enhance and also to better produce a better quality in terms of your assignment. So that's how we approach AI in our faculty. We don't stop it, but we encourage in an ethical way as well, and in a apa orang kata, jalan yang betul, jalan yang lurus, silatul mustaqim. Tak boleh ke kiri, tak boleh ke kanan. Okay. And as mentioned by Jay, diploma applied communication very hands-on. I myself see all the students on the field, holding camera, doing POV. They even do live streaming, help SME to promote their product. They even go to, I remember, student go to a florist to promote the florist business. That to that extent, because we want students to understand how to integrate marketing and promotion in their learning, so that when they become entrepreneur themselves, they have the skill. And that's why in FAC also, we are the only faculty that have what we call it mini pasar FAC. Student who are entrepreneur or who have their side hustler. They are hustler, they have their own business. We have one day they can promote their product. We give them a space, a booth. Okay, today is mini pasar FAC. You can sell whatever as long as it's legal, so they can sell anything. They that whole day to promote their business. Because why? It's important for the student to have that mindset. Because we are also entrepreneur university. It is not just a university where they learn traditional subject, but it's also building their entrepreneurship skills. That is FAC. Different than other faculty. We bundle everything under the sun, but of course we are very strategic in terms of our approach. Okay. That's all. And again, if I may invite our viewer to come to our open day 10 and 11 of May from 10 to 5 p.m. in MMU Cyberjaya do explore and also look prospect for your child who want to further their study in MMU. From FAC, I look forward to welcome all my FAC All-Star, and thank you very much for tuning in. From me, Azam Zahid.
From me, Suhana Muhammad Saleh.
From me, Just Jay.
Take care and see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.